see, the ground is wet from cleanup already beginning. Volunteers are expected to arrive this afternoon. This ground once said, "Save only white young Aryan girls." HIV rates are still rising in Oklahoma, particularly in college-aged people. Brother? So Kason, how old are you?
6.
And sister. So how old are you?
8.
Hi everyone, it's Sarah Beth Guevara with Unfiltered, and I'm here with
Matt Williams. I teach in Tulsa at Booker T. Washington High School.
And we are marching out here with the teachers as they make their way to Tulsa. Folks, this was the LGBT Norman's first Pride Parade from the perspective of your OU students and alumni. Brother? So Kason, how old are you?
6.
And sister. So how old are you?
8.
And then what's your name?
Kayleon.
Are as close as can be, and just as competitive, especially when it comes to who loves mom more.
Wait, both of you can't love your mom more?
But that's because they didn't always live with their mom, Kelby.
And her kids, they asked kind of what it meant that she was going to get a 10-year deferred sentence. And she kind of crouched down to them and said, well, it means that the judge wants to make sure that I'm doing right by you for the rest of your childhood. It's incredible that she could have gotten them back in her care with sole custody in about a year. Her only charge was child neglect. That was as a result of being addicted to meth.
I didn't think at one point that I was going to be able to walk away from the drugs and do what it took for them. But I did. And now I have my children back, and I'm 14 months into recovery. I did it.
Kelby knows her kids depend on her, even though Kelby couldn't depend on her mother, who also had an addiction.
I hadn't understood why she had started behaving that way, why she'd shut herself in her room.
Kelby won't ever allow her children to feel that way.
They love their mom. And I think I took that for granted at one point, but now.
She doesn't express how many struggles she's had in her life, and she's really kind of humble about it and kind of says other people have it a lot worse than I do.
Even though you yell at us all the time. Oh, yeah.
You yell at me all the time.
You said we were done.
Kason's right. We're done. Sarah Beth Guevara, OU Nightly. The building on Classen Boulevard is quiet now. An onlooker wouldn't think much of the cleaning equipment, the laughs, the hugs. From a distance, they could probably notice this sign. It would take a closer look to find out why.
Woke up this morning to the news that the Oklahoma Democratic Party here in Oklahoma City has been vandalized with racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, anti-woman graffiti. There are transphobic messages here today. Essentially what's happened is some group of people has tried to send the message that Oklahoma is for white men and no one else, and they've done so in an incredibly traumatic and violent way.
Here you can see the ground is wet from cleanup already beginning. Volunteers are expected to arrive this afternoon. This ground once said, "Save only white young Aryan girls." People like the Reverend T. Sherry Dickerson, who identifies as gender fluid, queer, and black, are fighting for more acceptance and unity.
And to have friends who are part of the Jewish community, part of the LGBTQIA community, it's disheartening. I want them to know that we're going to continue to stand together in unity.
Some Republicans came to the building to express their support for their colleagues. Governor Stitt tweeted that the language used was abhorrent.
While we really appreciate what the governor has said, that this does not represent Oklahoma, the sad fact is that it too often does represent Oklahoma.
The paint is nearly completely washed away, but the threat and the hate remain. Sarah Beth Guevara, OU Nightly.